Hey subscribers, welcome to video number 1 for Sun in Cancer, which is also the summer solstice. So I'm going to talk about the transition from Gemini to Cancer, but also talk about how I work with the meaning of the solstice, which it's not terribly unique, but just I have a particular kind of idea about it because I have a particular kind of idea about the winter solstice that happened 6 months ago. So this happened Sunday, June 21st, a little after 9:30 a.m. Pacific. Looks like about 9:38 a.m. Pacific. And what's happening is we have the longest day of the year. We have the most light during the year. So for people who have lived on Earth in generations past who feel that they are part of the fabric of life on the planet, that they're part of the ecosystem, that they're not, so smart that they're not monkeys anymore, and can, have the ability to cover the earth with a cement coating. For our ancestors, in other words, paying attention to the cycles of nature means a lot, makes a big difference. Like our relationship to nature, we're here, we're part of this. There are times in Earth history where we live outside, where we live in very basic shelter, and we're not living in these air-conditioned townhomes in Satan's Oven, Arizona, for example. So I want to talk about the transition from Gemini to Cancer. Gemini, it's all about new things, and it's all about new questions, but really new answers, and letting those answers change you. That's a big deal with Gemini. It's about a lot of things happening. And during the solar month of Gemini, we had, as I talked about last month, the Mars and Eros and Argent Suri leading the Sun. And then at the Gemini new moon a few days ago, Sun had passed Mars, but Eros was still in the lead, and Argent Suri was there, and there was just this big thing about fire and the impetus to do, the impetus to act, and sometimes tripping over our shoelaces because we might not be quite sure what we're supposed to be doing until the Sun overtakes Mars. So we had that kind of thing. It wasn't just Gemini stuff. It was Gemini fire drama stuff. And also during the latter part of the month, as planets, including Sun and Mars and Eros, got up to 20, 21, 22 of Gemini, they're sextiling Jupiter in Leo and sextiling Uranus, Eris in Aries. So that's a big deal too, because there's a lot of setting off with the sextiles. It's like a poke. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And it doesn't have to be overwhelming or intense or violent, but this repetitive, hey, you, hey. So you have these two sextiles and with the fire planets and the air sign, lots of energy moving is the point. Now we get to the solstice. Sun enters Cancer tomorrow morning Pacific time. Today's Saturday. Always trying to remember to keep track of what day it is. Anyway, Sunday the 21st is tomorrow. So then the Sun hits Cancer, and the giant flashlight in the sky shifts focus to what is needed and what roots mean, what it means to belong, and essentially through the lens of Cancer, what things feel like, how we feel, but what things feel like. So there's kind of this thing about Cancerian energy where I need something. Well, how do I know I need it? Well, I have a feeling that needs to be addressed or assuaged, or a fear or a concern or a worry that needs addressing or assuaging or removing. That's how I know I need something, is because I feel it. So remember, Cancerian energy, ruled by the moon, associated with babies, infancy, family, and taking care of people and taking care of others. So when the giant flashlight in the sky now goes from all that air stuff with the Gemini, but activating all that fire stuff with the sextiles toward the end of the month, and then the new moon with Mars, Eros at the end of Gemini, then it moves into Cancer, and it's like, well, okay, but what's needed right now? It's not the same as the Taurus, what's needed. What's needed to survive? That's different than what's needed right this moment. So there's a real emphasis when the Sun hits and travels through Cancer to focus on what is needed, What does it feel like right now? You know, like what my facial expression, like, let me just check in with what does it feel like? Am I afraid of something? You know, that kind of person-centered or self-awareness of self-centered. It's not really self-centered, but really being aware of what things feel like so we can understand.